Hello and welcome back to Hill and Valley. Today we're going to talk a bit more in depth about our director's monitor setup. In a previous video we mentioned it, but we didn't go into a whole lot of detail. So today we want to just go over all the different parts and pieces that make up this kit. So the first and most important part of this kit is obviously the monitor itself. This is the Atomos Shogun, which is a monitor we've had for a long time. And it is an HD touchscreen display, so it is very easy to use. It has all of the different features you would hope in a director's monitor or a monitor for video. It has video assist features such as focus peaking or waveform, and you're able to load in LUTs. So it's a great monitor to have on set. My only gripe is, since it's getting to be a little bit older, it's not the best on power and it's not the best when it comes to brightness. When we're using it outside, we'll typically have to find cover or shade. We do have a monitor hood for it, but it's pretty difficult to use with this setup. So typically we'll just resort to being in the shade. The other main component to this setup that you see here is the cage itself. And this is a cage that we bought from Camvate. I'm not super familiar with the company, but this is the only thing we've bought from them so far, and it's worked great. I saw some of the reviews were mixed, but we took a chance with it, and we really liked this one in specific because it came with everything that we needed for our director's monitor setup, including these side handles, which are adjustable, the cage itself, which has plenty of different mounting points, 1/4-20 and 3/8, and various mounting points throughout the whole system. It is adjustable through these rails right here, so it can hold up to a 7-inch monitor, but really you could put any monitor up to 7 inches you want in here. It has this handy V-mount plate, which you're able to use obviously a V-mount battery, and then it has various different outputs, so you can use these outputs to power other devices on the system. And then over here you'll see there's a nice little spot for your video receiver so that it can all stay very tidy and organized. And the last thing that we have on this monitor here that came with the kit is this 5/8 receiver, so you're able to tighten this down onto a light stand or C-stand, and that way you can use the monitor hands-free. So the next piece in this kit is our video receiver and transmitter set. This is the CineEyes 2S Pro from Xsoon. These have worked great for us. They have really good range. They do have some latency, which I know can be an issue when it comes to pulling focus. If it's anything that's super high action, we typically won't use them to pull focus, but they do make a great set for just overall using it as a director's monitor and just having another way to see the video feed without being right next to the camera. They have both HDMI and SDI, and they can be powered via an NPF battery, or it has a DC in right here. To attach this to our director's monitor setup, we just use the 1/4-20 on the bottom, and we put it right on that little slot that is provided on the director's monitor kit. So our next item in this kit is our battery. This is a 98 watt-hour V-mount battery from Core. It is their Nano Slim series, so it's a little bit smaller than your typical V-mount battery. And it isn't the largest battery, but it works great for this setup because it doesn't require too much power. We can typically get away with just using one of these for the whole day. Obviously it has the V-mount connection, which connects to our V-mount plate, and it also has an extra D-tap out, so we can power either our receiver or our monitor via that. The next item we have here is our Tilta Nucleus Nano. It is our wireless follow focus, and that attaches right on this quick release plate that Tilta provided with the Nucleus Nano. This is a great option for us if we're going to have to pull focus remotely. Like I said, we don't have to do it all of the time, so it's not our biggest concern, but it is nice to have. And it's very conveniently placed on the handle of our director's monitor cage so that we can easily pull focus while still comfortably holding the whole monitor. We haven't used this piece a whole lot just yet because we have a lot of cameras that have good video autofocus, but from what we have experienced, it's been a great setup. It has good range, good latency, and it gets the job done for us. Okay, now moving into the nitty-gritty. This is how we power the whole setup. We have a dummy NPF battery with a D-tap on the other end, so that way we can provide power to our monitor. And then we also have this D-tap to DC barrel connection, which allows us to power our video receiver. That way, both our monitor and our video receiver are being powered off of one battery. And we even have a USB out on both the battery tray as well as the battery itself if we did need to power our Nucleus Nano. But I don't believe you're supposed to provide power directly to the Nucleus Nano, so we typically don't do that. And then to send our video signal from our receiver to our monitor, we use this 6-inch SDI cable from Shape. This one is a really important piece, and it's helped to make it a lot easier because it has these right angles, and it's also a very thin cable, so it's more pliable and more easily managed. The reason we chose to go with the Cine 2S Pro instead of just the 2 is the addition of the SDI output. We prefer SDI in this use just because even though we could use HDMI with both of these devices, SDI is just a more sturdy connection and it stays locked in place so that we don't run into any interruptions while working. I do enjoy how a lot of these cables come coiled, so that way you can easily reach your destination without having cables all over the place. So there you have it. This is what the finished product looks like all assembled. We'll typically use this on set to just monitor the video feed, or we can even pull focus remotely. And we'll usually either mount this on a light stand. There's, like I said, a 5/8 receiver so that we could just put it somewhere and it can live there and people can watch it as they pass by. Or it also comes with this neck strap, which you can mount on either side of the cage. There's 2 little points to mount this on, and that way you can walk around with it and use it handheld, or you can even sort of let it rest and watch the video feed while you're doing other things. Sometimes I'll be taking photos behind the scenes while carrying the monitor around. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned a lot about our director's monitor setup. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I wanted one of these for a long time, and I knew I did a lot of research based on how could I do this in an affordable way. Come to find out, there's not really any super affordable way, but this was, for me, a reasonable way where we could still have a high quality director's monitor that works really well and provides us with the ability to view our video feed on set. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more videos like this one. And thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.